Do you want to know if the property you're looking at today in Dubai is really going to increase in value? I'm going to give you the 5 most obvious criteria that show a property is about to skyrocket. And the 5th one, you'll see, nobody talks about it. For those who don't know me, my name is Agata. I've been living in Dubai for almost 13 years and I've been investing for about 10 years. I'm the founder of Agents Dubai and I support investors throughout their real estate investment journey in Dubai. I see these 5 criteria every time in projects that have increased by 50 to 100% in just a few years. The first criterion is, of course, buying on the waterfront. And when I talk about waterfront, I don't just mean having a partial view of a canal or a lake. I'm really talking about being right on the seafront with direct access either to the beach or to an artificial lagoon. Seafront land in Dubai is the rarest and therefore the most expensive. Contrary to what many people think, it's not actually available everywhere. A large part of the coastal areas like Jumeirah, Sukim, or certain sections of Al Sufu are reserved for Gulf nationals, so they're not freehold for foreigners. That's what makes these plots extremely rare and valuable. And when you look at the market's history, it's obvious. The areas that have skyrocketed the most in recent years and that now have the highest price per square foot in all of Dubai are the ones located on the water. Let me give you a few concrete examples. Blue Waters Island, where prices have exceeded 5,000 dirhams per square foot thanks to its marina and restaurants. Palm Jumeirah is the iconic area where certain projects like Signature Villas or the One Palm Residences exceed 10,000 dirhams per square foot. And Emaar Beachfront, which has gained more than 60% in value since its initial launches, simply because it combines the sea, the skyline, and accessibility. And of course, there's the Bulgari Resort and Residences on Jumeirah Bay Island, where today you find the most expensive price per square meter in the Middle East. All these examples tell exactly the same story. In Dubai, water creates value, and what's most interesting is that today there are very few new opportunities left on the water. If you want to buy off-plan with direct beach access and an unobstructed view, there are almost only 2 areas left. Dubai Maritime City, which is the new waterfront between downtown and Jumeirah, and Dubai Islands, Nakhil's flagship project, designed as the city's next residential seaside destination. These 2 areas are currently the only ones offering a freehold waterfront with new, modern, and still accessible projects. And that's exactly what allowed other waterfront areas like Blue Waters or Emaar Beachfront to become case studies in profitability and appreciation. When you invest in beachfront property in Dubai, you're not just buying an apartment, you're buying rarity. And in this market, rarity is what makes value skyrocket. The second criterion is to buy centrally. Dubai stretches along Sheikh Zayed Road, but the heart of the city remains concentrated around downtown, Business Bay, Meydan, and Creek Harbour. This is what I call the central block. These areas are strategic because there is very little land left available. The major plots are already developed or in the process of being developed, so new off-plan projects will become increasingly rare. And that's a golden opportunity because when you invest off-plan in these areas, even in 10 or 15 years, you'll still own one of the newest buildings in the area with inevitably the best design, the best insulation, and the best amenities. And that's truly a major selling point. That's what will really make the difference when it comes to resale or rental prices. Older buildings are already starting to show their age with outdated finishes and completely obsolete facilities. Another point, downtown is an area entirely developed by Emaar. Everything there is consistent, harmonious, and well maintained. And today, seeing other premium developers arrive in this area is extremely positive because they bring a more modern, more lifestyle-oriented, and sometimes more design-focused touch. And if we look a bit further ahead, I think that in the next 10 years, downtown, Business Bay, Meydan, and Creek Harbour will eventually connect naturally to form one vast urban area, a city within the city. And those who have chosen the right developer and the right location within this central block will have properties that will increase in value for a very long time. Third criterion, buying a townhouse or a villa. Dubai is becoming more and more vertical. Towers are multiplying, free land is becoming scarce, and houses with gardens or private pools are becoming exceptional products. But above all, you need to understand the fundamental change that has taken place in Dubai over the past 20 years. 15 or 20 years ago, Dubai was a city people passed through. Expats would come to spend 1, 3, or 4 years there, just long enough to make some money before returning to their home country to settle down or build their house. It was the same for me. When I arrived 13 years ago, I never thought I'd stay this long, and now there's nowhere else in the world I could see myself living. Today, that model has completely changed. Thanks to changes in visa regulations, political stability, and also the worsening economic conditions in many home countries, people are now settling in Dubai for the long term. We're seeing more and more families being formed here, as well as entire families moving here from abroad. And naturally, this population no longer wants to live in a small apartment. Everyone is looking for more space, more privacy, a little garden, and a more family-friendly environment. This shift in lifestyle is creating massive demand for townhouses and villas. And that's what's interesting. Today, about 80% of the new housing delivered in Dubai consists of apartments. So when demand for houses is rising and supply is struggling to keep up, we get what's called a scarcity effect. And scarcity is what drives prices up. Another important point is that it's much more profitable for a developer to build a building rather than create a community of villas. On the same plot of land, they can build up to 50 times more units by building upwards. So this is a trend that will continue, and the prices of townhouses and villas will keep rising. The fourth criterion is to buy in a master community. And here, this is a key point that a lot of people underestimate. A master community is an area that is entirely planned, designed, and developed by a single master developer. This means that everything has been designed as a complete, coherent, and sustainable ecosystem. The roads, schools, parks, malls, mosques, sports centers, residential and commercial areas, everything is integrated and everything makes sense. As a result, you live in an organized, balanced, and pleasant environment where everything is within reach. By the way, I also made another video on this topic, so feel free to check it out. And above all, the value of your property doesn't just depend on your building, but on everything that makes up the community. For example, if a school opens, if a mall is built, or if a park or hospital is established, everyone benefits from it. And that's exactly what we've seen at Dubai Hills Estate, Arabian Ranches, and Jumeirah Golf Estate. Every new piece of infrastructure, whether it's a school, a sports center, or a mall, creates a new wave of demand and increases the value of the entire neighborhood. What's more, in a master community, everything is maintained by the same developer. The finishes, maintenance, green spaces, security, roads, everything follows a consistent quality standard. There's none of the chaotic mix you sometimes find in multi-developer areas where each developer does their own version of the neighborhood. There's also another point that's absolutely essential to understand today. With the rapid population growth, traffic jams are becoming a real issue in Dubai. So people sometimes spend an hour or more a day in their cars, and many families no longer want that kind of lifestyle. Now, they want to be able to do everything in their neighborhood: schools, sports activities, shopping, leisure, cafes, restaurants, and that's exactly what a master community offers. So for future tenants or owner-occupiers, this has become an essential criterion: being able to live, work, and relax without leaving your neighborhood. This is why in the long term, these communities will continue to appreciate much faster than isolated areas, because they meet a real transformation in the lifestyle of people in Dubai. The fifth criterion, which may seem surprising, is investing in a branded residence, what we call a branded property. Why? Because beyond location and type, the brand creates value. All over the world, and especially in Dubai, it has been proven that branded properties sell for higher prices, rent out more easily, and appreciate faster. According to several reports, notably those by Knight Frank and Savills, the average premium is about 30% worldwide, and in Dubai, it can reach up to 80% for certain iconic addresses. Why is there such a difference? Because a brand brings three things: trust, quality, and experience. An international reputation that reassures buyers and attracts a demanding clientele. You will find imposed quality standards, meaning the brand dictates the materials, finishes, maintenance, and architectural consistency. As a result, the property ages better and retains its value. In general, there are also exclusive amenities like a concierge service, a signature spa, a chef's restaurant, a valet, a private club, and so on. And when it's a hotel brand, there is usually professional management as well. Your property is maintained, rented out, and operated with the same standards as a five-star hotel. But be careful, for it to work, there needs to be consistency between the brand and the property. If it's a luxury, couture, or jewelry brand, it must bring real aesthetic and emotional value, a unique design, exceptional finishes, and a high-end image. If it's a hotel brand, it must provide operational value, solid management, a high occupancy rate, and well-controlled profitability. In short, the brand should complement the project, not just stick its logo on it. And when this coherence exists, the results are spectacular. For example, we can look at the Bulgari Resort and Residence on Jumeirah Bay Island. It holds the record for all of Dubai, with over 12,000 dirhams per square foot and exceptional stability in resales. There's also the Dorchester Collection by Omniat in Business Bay. It features unique architecture, hotel services, and a price per square foot far above the rest of the neighborhood. Another example on the Palm is the Six Senses Residences at Palm Jumeirah, developed by Sail Group. It's a perfect example of coherence between the brand, well-being, and a high-end beach lifestyle. These projects show that when branding is coherent and executed seriously, the market recognizes it immediately. And even if the condo fees are often a bit higher, they are more than offset by higher rental income, better resale value, and increased liquidity. In conclusion, investing in a branded property means combining three levers: prime location, product rarity, and the power of the brand. And it's this combination that makes these properties sell for higher prices, hold their value better, and appreciate faster over time. There you have it. You now know the 5 signs that help identify a property in Dubai with strong potential for appreciation. If the project you're looking at checks several of these boxes — strategic location, master community, waterfront, reputable developer, or strong branding — then you're probably looking at a real investment opportunity. And if you're considering buying off-plan in Dubai or would like help identifying the best current projects, don't hesitate to contact us using the link in the description. Whether it's me or a member of my team, we would be delighted to support you in your real estate investment project in Dubai. And in the meantime, make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any upcoming videos where I'll share my market analyses, strategies, and experiences as an investor. See you very soon in the next video.